Okay, class, this is the video with feedback about the Chapter 8 quiz, which having some technical difficulties grading, so the grades may not be posted for a while, but because we're actually going on break next week, the week of March 6th to the 13th. But I do want to give you feedback. And as other times I've done this, I won't comment on every section. Some of them there were no problems. Other ones there were more issues. And if I don't cover something that you have an interest in knowing about, please just let me know. Email me and say, this section on the test, whatever, and I'll be happy to give you feedback. Okay, so the cultural section here, there was not really too much problems with that. I'll just do one of the listening ones here.
Fui a ver esta ciudad maya en Yucatán y subí varias pirámides.
So I went to see the Yucatan ruins, and I saw various pyramids, and so that would be Tulum. If you go back to the cultural section, you'll see that Tulum is in the Yucatan, and it's ruins, Mayan ruins. Anyway, that's just one. I won't go through all of those for you. Okay, same thing. The fiestas, I'll just do one here. Let's see, so it says, listen to the following descriptions and write the name of the holiday or celebration that best matches the descriptions.
Una fiesta para recordar a los difuntos que se celebra el 2 de noviembre.
Okay, so you heard it's a party, not a party, a holiday to celebrate the dead, and it's celebrated on November 2nd, so that would be El Día de los Muertos. And there were a list of those holidays in the first few pages of the chapter. All right, complete the following description of Leila's favorite holidays with the appropriate words from the list. And again, this is going to be the cultural section. And if you go back to the descriptions of the holidays, it should be fairly simple to do that. La Nochebuena y la Navidad son festividades muy importantes para mi familia. En Nochebuena vamos a la, so on Christmas Eve we go to the, so it's la, so it's got to be a feminine, and it's got to be place, so iglesia is the most logical one there, and so on. I won't go through all those for you because there usually weren't too many problems with that. Okay, and then we had another listening here. So this was a drop-down menu. Again, pretty easy when you have multiple choice. Let's listen to the first one here.
Estoy en una procesión y pronto voy a llegar a la iglesia.
I'm in a procession and soon I will arrive to the church. So the most logical one there is Semana Santa. Okay. Okay. Jorge visited a Mayan town in Mexico. Listen to his description of one of their traditional celebrations and complete the statements with the most appropriate option. All right, so here we have, again, multiple choice. Let's see here.
En el sur de México, en la zona cerca de Guatemala, hay un pueblo maya que se llama San Juan Chamula. El 24 de junio se celebra la fiesta de su patrón, San Juan Bautista. Es una celebración.
Again, I won't read through that whole thing, listen to the whole thing, but from that you could already hear that junio is the correct option for the first one, and then so on. Okay, select whether the imperfect is used in the following sentences to indicate a repeated or habitual action in the past, an action in progress in the past, or characteristics or conditions in the past. Okay, so la casa era grande y tenía un jardín precioso. So it was a big house and it had a pretty garden. So this would be characteristics or conditions, right? It's not a habitual action. It is not a repeated action or an action in progress. It must be characteristics or conditions. Sentence 2. Por la mañana mis hermanos y yo nadábamos en la piscina del jardín y por la tarde íbamos de paseo con mis abuelos o montábamos en bicicleta con mis primos. So that's clearly repeated or habitual actions and so on. Okay. And this was pretty easy. Complete the following description of a typical Christmas day in Marta's family when she was growing up. Use the imperfect of the verbs in parentheses. Very easy. In El Día de Navidad, era, that's one of the three irregular verbs in imperfect. Ir, ser, and ver are the only irregular ones. Muy especial para mí, mi madre se levantaba. And don't forget to use your pronouns. Since this is a reflexive verb, you must use the pronoun. My mother would get up, se levantaba muy temprano para hacer los preparativos de la comida. Normalmente unas 20 personas se reunían. And this is also reflexive, so we must put your se there. That's because it's they, so se would be the correct pronoun. Se reunían, they would get together to eat Christmas dinner at my house. La casa estaba adornada y había So había is the past tense of hay. Hay is, there are. Había is there was or there were. Había, there was happy and festive music. Todos los invitados traían, because this they is the subject, los invitados traían un regalo y después de la comida nosotros jugábamos. Some people forgot the accent marks on this, on the nosotros form. Jugábamos, we played. Invisible friend. Okay, los niños abrían regalos primero y después iban a jugar. And then we go play. While the older people conversaban animadamente. Okay. You're writing about essay about your family and its origins. Complete the following sentences about your family's past using the imperfect. All right. So, I mean, obviously there were many, many possibilities here. As long as you use the imperfect correctly and logically, you'll get full credit. This is the section that I have not been able to grade. It's not allowing me to grade this section, the program, and I'm not sure why. This is why this may be delayed. Your grades may be delayed. So, el año pasado, so using the imperfect. El año pasado, íbamos a viajar a Florida, pero no tuvimos tiempo. Right. We were going to go to Florida, but we didn't have time. Okay. Cuando mis hermanos iban a la escuela primaria, comíamos cereal en las mañanas. Well, it could be anything. Again, the many, many possible answers here. Cuando mis padres eran jóvenes, caminaban a la escuela. Okay. Antes de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, mi familia vivía en Chicago, whatever. Okay. Hace 100 años, mi familia, talking about my family, mi familia estaba en Suecia, which is Sweden. It's not about mi familia, right? Yeah, your family. Okay. Anyway, anything logical with the correct form of the imperfect, which is what was requested here, and then you'll be fine. Okay. Javier talks about the parties his parents used to have when he was a child. Complete the description with the appropriate imperfect form of the verb in parentheses. Again, very easy. Era niño, invitaban a toda la familia y algunos amigos que eran como familia. Mi primo Julio tocaba el piano mientras mis tíos bailaban. Mi padre hablaba con los invitados y a veces contaba chistes. Mi tío Pedro se dormía en todas las fiestas mientras mi hermana y yo jugábamos y comíamos toda la noche. Okay. Now this one gets a little trickier because it's preterite or imperfect of the verb in parentheses. You have to decide which one. Right, so complete the sentence is describing the surprising things that happened to Sarah yesterday with the perfect forms of the preterite and imperfect of the verbs in parentheses. Okay, so you really have to look at the context, and this is not easy. This is one of the more difficult things in Spanish for English speakers, preterite and imperfect. So if you don't get it 100% now, that's normal. The best thing is to see a lot of examples and start to get a feel for it. So, mientras Sara caminaba hasta el trabajo, vio a un amigo de la infancia y decidieron volverse a ver otro día. So while she was walking to work, that's an action in progress. She saw a friend from her childhood. That's a preterite. That's an interrupting action, a completed action. And they decided to see each other another day. They had many things to tell each other. Luego, encontró un billete de $50 mientras subía las escaleras. All right, so she found a $50 bill while she was climbing the stairs at work. So climbing the stairs is the ongoing action, and the finding the bill, that's the completed interrupting action. This is not in progress. This is not something that was ongoing, the finding the bill. The finding the bill happens instantaneously, right? So ongoing was the going up the stairs. And also don't forget your accent marks, of course, that you will not get the credit if you don't have your accent marks. Mientras trabajaba, recibió un correo electrónico. Again, while she was working, that was the ongoing action. She received an email from her boss with good news. She was going to make more money. So again, the ongoing action and then the interrupting action. It's the classic pattern of preterite and imperfect in the same sentence, and you can see that in the first three examples here. Okay, cuando salía, when she was leaving, her boyfriend came to get her by surprise. So, cuando salía de trabajo, su novio vino a buscarla de sorpresa, and also this is an irregular one. So, lots of preterite irregulars. Only 3 in the imperfect are irregular, but lots and lots of preterite irregulars. So, you also have to know those forms. And you have to get your accent marks in there. So, it's a lot to keep track of with the preterite and the imperfect. Okay, then going on to the comparisons. I think there was some problem with this because a lot of people had written things that, because this is an instructor graded one, had written things that to me looked, actually this is not instructor graded, yeah, that's the problem, because they looked fine to me, but they were counted wrong. So I'm not quite sure if there's, this has been programmed wrong, but so we can say, Lucas es más fuerte que Juan. And the other thing is we don't really have names here, who these people are, so it's a little bit confusing. But I will go through and make those corrections once I'm able to get this program to work. As I said, I've not been able to grade these and because there's something wrong. It's not accepting my grades, but we will get that straightened out. We can say Ana es mayor que Susana, whatever. As long as you use those formulas that we learned with the comparisons, you will be fine. Carmina es más tonta, actually es menos tonta que su amigo, whatever. Okay. And let's go back up here. Armando trabaja más rápidamente que Jose, whatever. Now the problem is we don't really have complete names here unless I'm missing something. Okay, Señor Jiménez tiene menos dinero que ella. It's fine. Okay. All right, comparison of inequality between the following people and things. Inequality, so that's using más or menos, right? So Madonna es más talentosa que Salma Hayek. If you don't agree, that's fine. It's just an example. Bill Gates tiene más dinero que mi profesor favorito. Okay. El día de los enamorados es más tonto que el día de acción de gracias, whatever your opinion may be. La música rock y la música clásica. La música rock es más bailable que la música clásica. Okay. Let's say las hamburguesas tienen más calorías que las frutas. And really anything that's logical and that uses the correct formula would be fine there. Okay, and then the superlative, the most or extremely, so lindo is, so it's lindísimas, because flores is feminine and plural, so lindísimas, it has to agree. Si son preciosas, en esta foto puede ver las procesiones. That won't work. Espectacularísimos. Okay. Espectacularísimas. And again, it's got to agree. Ísimas because it's feminine. Los cementerios son tristísimos. Cementerios is masculine and plural, so it has to agree. Okay, now I'm running out of time here. The rest, okay, that's right at the end. All right, if you have any other questions, make sure you let me know, and I will get these graded and posted as soon as possible. Gracias.